everyone? Welcome to the first ever Drumming with Doug. My name's Doug Bush, and this is a video lesson series meant to supplement whatever you're already working on percussively. I don't know, maybe you're working on getting that death metal blast beat at 220 beats per minute, or maybe you're working on how to swing or your xylophone excerpts. Whatever you're working on, doesn't matter. I want to show you an exercise that you can take to what you're doing already and help you with it. So the idea or the thought process behind this is I'm going to show you something in one lesson on one surface or one drum, practice pad, snare drum, give you a chance to really work it up and get it good. Then when you feel comfortable with it, I'm going to throw up another video. That video is going to have me taking that same exercise and applying it to an instrument like drum set, something with multiple surfaces. The majority of the time it'll be drum set, but sometimes we'll put it on like quads or xylophone or something wheels off like that. I don't know. We'll see. Today, though, I want to show you a very important exercise. This is the first thing I do with all of my students. All my students come in for their first lesson. It's like, all right, we got to lay down the foundation. We got to make sure everything's solid. So let's work on our flam drag cheese inverts. So if you grab your sticks and your pad, let's go ahead and drum some flam drag cheese inverts. Ah, not so fast. Not you, buddy. We're going to back up a step with an exercise called 8 on a hand, or as I like to call it, planting the seeds of drumming awesomeness. Alright? So we're going to do a variation on the typical 8 on a hand if you're already a drumline guy and familiar with it. If you're not, no big deal. Just hang out with me here for a second. We're going to take it and we're going to apply this pattern known as a 4-2-1 pattern, which you'll catch on in a little bit. Basically, we're going to play a measure of 4-4. We're going to play just 8 notes in our right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we do it with our left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You could also just count to 8 if you wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to take that and cut it in half. So we're going to do 4 strokes, or 2-4. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut it in half again. So just 2 strokes or 1-4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and. Mash all that together and we get the entire exercise. So the whole exercise would sound like this. Cool, got it? All right, if you feel comfortable with it, grab your sticks, grab your pad, go ahead and drum along. Let's check it out. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2. A little quicker. So let's think for a second why we're playing this exercise, what the purpose of this exercise is. I feel that's really important with anything you're doing. If you understand what it is you're trying to actually accomplish, then you're going to get more out of the end result once you get there, and you're going to be able to apply it to more situations. And that's not just music. I'm talking about everything. But let's look at this exercise specifically. You're going, man, Doug, this is pretty basic. I could wheel grandma in here. She could hit the drum 8 times. You're right. You're right. But we're laying the foundation here in terms of our sound quality, how we sound when we drum. And we're going to develop that through consistency. And I mean so anal about every single stroke that you're going to play, every single sound that you create, every single motion, making sure it's exactly the same. The reason that we're going for this is because we're trying to create the control to start somewhere and then allow you to always have a home base to go back to, and then dig in a little bit more if you need to for certain things, or lighten up a little bit if you need to for other things, so on and so forth. That consistency of your sound is going to come through just hitting the drum exactly the same every single time. Don't change anything in your technique. Let the drum rebound, right? Let it give back. Make sure that you're striking in the exact same area every time you hit. You play in 2 different spots. It's going to sound different, right? Make sure your right hand and your left hand are balanced. Make sure they're playing the same height. One's not higher than the other. One's not playing faster than the other one, so on and so forth. So Let's play this exercise just a couple more times, and I want you to be really specific and pay a lot of attention to what kind of sound you're getting and how consistent it is. Cool. So practice that. Work it up. Get familiar with it. Do it at different tempos. Start slow and then speed it up. Do it soft. Then do it loud. You know, do a bunch of different things with it. Put on your iPod and drum along with it, right? For some of you, you're still like, man, I don't know. That still is pretty basic. I got it down. I feel comfortable with it. All right. Well, let me show you a variation that I personally like a lot to help work on your singles, right? And that's going to be, we're going to fill it in. And instead of playing eighth notes, we're going to play 16th notes. So instead of playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're going to play 1 E into 2 E into 3 E into 4 E into. Right? So it's basically the same exercise. I'm just going to fill in those missing notes with the opposite hand. So the entire exercise would sound like this if we filled it in. Cool, so let's try that. A little faster. All right, here we go. One last time. All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for checking out the first ever Drumming with Doug. As always, should you have any questions or answers, feel free to contact me at drummingwithdoug@gmail.com. And I'd like to say I'll get back to you in a timely manner, but I don't want to say anything that I can't hold myself to because Street Fighter 4 just came out. And to be honest with you, I've been spending a lot of time working that thing up. So I'll try to get back to you when I can, and I'll see you next time.